Alright, so we're looking at the HP lc100w. It's a mini Wi-Fi cam. I already opened it all up and took a look at the accessories. There's no documentations whatsoever on the accessories, so it took me a few moments of scratching my head, and I finally figured it all out. And so the things it has, well, it has the camera, and there it is. It's very lightweight. I weighed it at 1.27 ounces, so we'll call it a 1.25 ounces. Very lightweight, nice shape, really. And the buttons on it are nice and easy to hit, unlike the Sony Action Cam AS20. I own that camera, and the buttons on the camera itself are like a huge hassle. You got to get in there and basically push down real hard to get them to work. These are actually raised and they respond. You can actually hear and feel that satisfying click. And easy to get to charging sync ports and their SD card. I have the Polaroid Cube as well, and that thing has a coin cover where you basically got to have a screwdriver or a quarter to screw it off. Go ahead and plug your quarter in there to like sync your movies to your PC or what have you, and then screw it back on when you're all done. You have to do that each and every time because, well, pretty much none of the cases or mounts will work with that coin cover off. So it's like, oh, kind of a hassle. I like that. Nice setup, and the camera itself has this little slip-on thing, which we'll get to in a moment, but that's how it mounts. As for the waterproof case, it does arrive in its case already. It's nice and easy to open and close, just like that. And the buttons, once again, nice and easy to push. And the waterproof mount itself uses a 1/4" screw. Alright, so the 1/4" screw on the waterproof mount and the little slippy thing on here. Now about the slippy thing, it does have a little 1/4" screw adapter for it. So you slip that on there and you can use that on tripods or what have you. Now I suspect they did it that way so they didn't have that extra hole in there because they were probably cramped for space. So that's probably why they chose this design. However, we'll come to the next bit. This is basically a handlebar thing. If you have childlike wrists, you could wear it as a wrist thing, but it's for handlebars. Put it on your handlebar, tighten it up, and then when you loosen it up by lifting up on that. So it's mainly for handlebars. And notice what it uses there. This is you slip this on there and you're good to go. However, that means it cannot be used with the waterproof case. See, since they used that. So that's I'm kind of an odd, because if you're going to have it on your handlebars, you'll probably want it kind of wet proof or something. But all is not lost. There's hundreds and hundreds of standard bicycle mounts of all sizes, styles, and price ranges with an actual 1/4" screw instead of the funny little thing there. So if you want to have a handlebar mount, just you can find one. There's cheap ones, there's expensive ones. There's all manner shapes, sizes with that little 1/4" screw. That way you can use the waterproof mount on it. There's that. And the clip actually kind of befuddled me because I was concentrating on this little nib here. Finally, I realized when I looked at the other side, it actually slips on there like that, and then you can like use it as a shirt pocket or something like that. Once you slip it on there, it is a little hard to get it off, so it's secure. I was like, so it is a pretty secure slot there. And I guess in the end, what that little hole for that was fixated for a short while is actually, I guess, for the lanyard, so you can attach it there. So there's that, and it does come with its own. It actually came with an SD card, a little Toshiba 8 GB, 30 megabytes per second, little SD card. Hey, yeah, we all love SD cards, and a charging cord, USB to micro USB. It's kind of on the short side, but it's nowhere short as the one that comes with the Polaroid Cube. That thing is redonkulous. It's tiny. It's like something gnomes would use. and a couple mini CDs, user manual, multiple languages, and then I'm assuming the Megix, the Mag IX, or however that is, Video Easy SE, is probably some basic video editor included on there. And that's it on the extras. Of course, Wi-Fi. Well, we'll get to that next. But it looks pretty easy. Download HP PixieCam app from the App Store or Google Play, and activates the Wi-Fi function on the camera and connect. So we'll get to that bit next. Alright, so this is a summary of my experiences with this camera. Amazon has a 10-minute limit with their videos, so I do have a much longer video available on my YouTube channel. The channel's name is 10 Foot Tall, and I'll have it labeled as the HP lc100w. You can find my channel link under my Amazon profile. Just click on my name, and on the left hand side you'll see my YouTube channel, or just search 10 Foot Tall. However, how this camera panned out. Well, I like it. However, first thing, we'll just go down the line. The waterproof casing works great underwater. Nice clear pictures underwater. However, outside of water, not so much. If you notice how the housing is kind of angled there, if you have this outside of the water in sunny conditions, as soon as the light hits that edge, it reflects it right back over the lens, so you end up with a little halo. So not so much. Of course, it's gloomy conditions and it's raining when you actually want to use this, probably outside of the then no problems. But as soon as any kind of light hits that and reflects over it, yeah, not so hot. Also, the audio narration, audio capture, is pretty non-existent. Now, that's true for most waterproof cases. It's just an inherent thing, but this is definitely on the lower spectrum, because I had this outside of the water, like 6 inches away from my mouth, and when I played back that particular clip, it was like down a long tunnel. So the microphone in general on this is kind of on the weak side. I had it hanging off my necklace, right on there, clipped on my necklace, hanging on my head, and the audio was nice and clear. It was kind of on the treble side, but it was still clear, and the picture was good, so I like that. But as soon as you get, it seems like about 2 feet away from the camera, the microphone begins, it's tunnel time, in other words. So the microphone on this thing is not particularly strong. This is not best suited for audio capture. I have to say, there is a bit of an anti-shake in there, because believe me, I've seen a lot worse. I had this on my necklace, and I jumped up and down, and when I looked back at the video, replayed it, it was like, oh, that's not so bad at all. So there's a little bit of stabilization in there. It's not particularly awesome stabilization, but it's pretty good compared to what I've seen. So there is that. And the app, I like the app. The app is easy. The app is easy. As you can see, I got it running right now. It's available for both, for Android, for Apple, and for Windows. And you are going to need it because it's what you use to change your settings. There is no external setting changes here. The buttons are just, you got your power button there, and then on the other side, your Wi-Fi button to turn it on and off, the record button to manually hit the record, and then mode to switch between time-lapse, video, and photo. So to change settings, you are going to need the software, whether you use the Wi-Fi software, whether you have it on Windows, Apple, or Android. But it was, at least for Android, it was super simple, and I like super simple. It was super simple. And the response time is pretty good. Alright, just one other additional add. The app itself is not 100% stable. When I just ended that last one, I decided to go ahead and just hit the record button again, and the app actually force closed on me. It wouldn't respond. So the app itself is not 100% stable. But it was, it popped up not responding. Do you want to close? I hit OK. And then it closed. I reopened it and it works just fine. So it's not a huge brick wall, but yes, I have to say it's not 100% stable. Basically, I just wanted to get what it looks like with some direct sun in the camera. So there's that big old ball. Let's get an idea what it looks like when we're in the direct sunlight. Alright.